Oh,
stuff?
wait,
Shall I-
no,
shall I
I'm
do
not.
my
Actually,
official
hang on.
one?
We're in different...
So, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
15 minutes?
We're going to, we're going to 120.
Excellent, thank you.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's the Allison Lupton Trio.
Thank you. We're going to start off with a song. It's a true story. I grew up on a dairy farm in southwestern Ontario, and this is a song that my grandfather told me about a true story. It's a story my grandfather told me about a day when he went out plowing with his team of horses, Bonnie and May. When he was a young man, Charlie lived each day, working on the home farm with his dappled grays. Bertram beauties, 18 hands they say, constant companions, Bonnie and May. Take the lines, lead the way, side by side, every day. Fall of 37, he harnessed up the team and headed back the lane to plow a field for winter wheat. Thanks very much. This is a song called Words of Love, and it came about from a trip we tour in the UK, and we played in a beautiful decommissioned Methodist church. And in the process of renovating the church for the community center, which it became, they found a love letter tucked down between the pews from a fellow named Reg to a woman named Margaret, dated 1940. And in the letter, Reg confesses his love for Margaret and says, you know, you might have thought I cared for other girls, but it was always, always only ever you, Margaret. So we don't know what happened. We don't know whether when she opened the letter, did she say, oh, Reggie, it's too late. I'm with Charles now. Or did she open it and say, oh, Reggie, giddy up. Who knows? So here we go. It's called Words of Love. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kids back then, we were at school. No one could tell us what to do. I knew. Oh yes, I knew. You would be the one for me, like flowers reach for the honeybee. My love was all for you. So I write to you with a heart that's true. Words of love, words of love. Oh, and could there be in your heart for me words of love, words of love, words of love. When time came for telling you, my words flew off into the blue. I tried, oh yes I tried. Years race by and children grow, and still I could not let you know the love I held inside. So I write to you with a heart that's true. Words of love, words of love. Oh, and could there be in your heart for me words of love, words of love, words of love. So I leave this note for you. Sunday morning, second pew, I see. Oh yes, I see. By all the stars in heaven above, we're old enough to speak of love and dream of what could be. So I write to you with a heart that's true. Words of love, words of love. Oh, and could there be in your heart for me words of love, 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 words of love.
Change machine.
I'd like to introduce these wonderful fellows here that are joining me tonight. I just can't tell you enough about them. They really are gems. So Kyle is just quickly putting on his shoes here because he's going to do a little step dancing for you. Kyle is a 5-time Grand Masters step dance champion, Canadian step dance champion, and he also just won the Canadian Folk Music Awards Instrumental Artist of the Year. So he's Kyle Weymouth from Stratford, Ontario. Yeah. And on fiddle here, we have Shane Cook. Shane Cook has won from London, Ontario. Shane has won a Canadian Open Fiddle Championship multiple times, and has also won the U.S. Championship, a feat which is he's the only non-American to have done it. So it's kind of we're really super proud of him, and he did it at age 17. So yeah, which was just last week. So. Anyway, we're going to finish off with a set of tunes. Shane, will you introduce the Ontario tune set?
Yeah. So these are all tunes from Ontario. The first one of my own, I think. A tune I wrote for a fiddler that I grew up around in London. He was a fiddler and a fiddle maker as well. Violas, violins, cellos. And when he turned 100 a couple of years ago, I thought I'd write a tune for him. And he was living at Parkwood Hospital in London, a veterans hospital. And when I went to go play him this tune, I brought a friend along, and we got there, and he wasn't in his room. And the nurse said, well, maybe go down to the workshop. And so we went down, and there was Mel working on building yet another violin on his 100th birthday. So anyway, got to play it for him. And then we'll go into a tune from John DeRocher, who wrote many tunes for the Don Messer show, Don Messer's Jubilee, which is a big deal in Canada.
You betcha, yeah.
And it's called the Blind River Breakdown. And then we'll finish off the tune from our good friend in Paris, Ontario, Mr. Brian Pickel. It's a tune called Sarah Dancing.
Richard, thank you very much for having us. This is a real honor. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was the horse of a different color.
Can you guys give us your socials so we can follow you on all
Yes.
this stuff?
So, Allison Lupton, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Cal Weymouth,
Weymouth Music is
music
on,
on Instagram, Shane Cook.
Fiddler Shane Cook on Instagram